Hi, what's up YouTube? In today's video, I have some popcorn ceiling here that I'm going to change by using some decorative ceiling tiles. If you want to check these out, I'll leave the link down in the description below for them. But basically the very first step is to remove all your ceiling vents. Like this was a exhaust vent right over here, and this is the HVAC vent. Where it crosses right there is going to be my starting point. So I'll pop the line all the way over here, ran it all the way down there and then across, and that's my midway point. So here's the box it came with. It says decorative 3D ceiling tile. And as you can see right here, you can use it into one of these ceiling grid systems like this, or you can glue it up like I did. All right, so I have the first one up, fairly easy. That's the first one. Let's continue. So here's the second one. So here's everything I use in this installation. So here are the cutting tools. I have these snippers, oscillating tool, scissors, and utility knife. These are my measuring tools right here. And this is what I use to put it up and mount it. This is the Loctite. It took about 3 bottles to put everything up. And here are the decorative tiles. So I went with the 24 piece kit, and I have 6 left over. So you can do the math and figure out how much I used. Here are all the scraps. Made plenty of mistakes, as you can see right here. All right, so this is when I actually had to cut out with the snippers. And this is how I lay out my bead of caulk. So I put a little bit of on the edge, all the way around, and then about a nickel to quarter size on each of these corners here. And then I run another little bead on the parts right here that touch the ceiling part. The part that's recessed, don't waste your time because it's not gonna reach. You want the parts that are gonna make contact with the ceiling. So that's gonna go right over there in that corner right there. You'll thank me later, but secret tip, make sure your Loctite is not cold. So I have some hot water running around it to make it nice and warm so it comes out smooth and it's not hard to squeeze it out the gun. All right, so this is how much I got done so far. So I did this back area here all the way up to the front. Finished putting up the exhaust vent, and I did the cutout for the HVAC vent there. So about to put that vent back up, which is right over here. But really liking how it's looking so far. I am gonna go between the seams there and put some white caulking in there. But I did use some masking tape to kind of keep it together until it cures. I'll probably take it off there about an hour or so from now. But love the design, better than the popcorn ceiling there. So I put the vent up initially and didn't like the way it looked, so decided to cut away some pieces over here to make sure it's nice and flush. So I cut off a part of that, and all this area over here so it sits more flush. I already did this piece over here. It's kind of hard to see it, but right over there, I had the same issue where it's too high, so I cut it to where it's more flush. And even on this side here, you can see that right corner. All right, so I like the way this looks now. It's nice and flush. I'll show you kind of close up. So you can see over here in this corner, right here, I trimmed that up so that fits in there nice and snug. And then this other corner here, it's kind of hard to see, but I cut that. All right, about to put this piece up here. This is the back part of it, and this is the front. I'm gonna put it right over here in that spot. All right. Just gotta be careful not to touch and make a mess everywhere. So let's stick this right here. I like to try to line up the corners, like this corner here. And then this corner here. And then push the sides in the middle. Okay. There we go. Man, that looks good. Then I'm gonna get a paper towel to wipe off any excess. All right, so I'm just gonna give you a quick demonstration of how I get everything cut on one of these decorative ceiling tiles. So I go ahead and measure everything out and use a pen to mark everything off. And don't worry about the pen marks because I found a trick for that. The pen marks come out if you use some alcohol. So I'll show you that here in a little bit, but what I like to do first is measure everything out. And like I said before, all your highest points, like this right here, it's best to use the oscillating tool. So I'll show you how that works here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just hover over the area that I want cut and hold it firmly and then cut it. So you can see there, it makes it easier to avoid cracking it by using snippers or scissors or even a utility knife. So I do all my high cuts with an oscillating tool most of the time, and then I go in with my snippers, and I'll show you how it works. You just take your time and work it. Don't go too fast because you'll risk cracking it. So just snip it slowly, just like that. Then you can see right there, it makes it easy just to cut it. See that? And if it's too deep to cut it, I use some regular scissors, just make sure they're sharp. But you can get right inside there, line it up and cut it just like that. And then I'll use, for the long runs, I'll use these scissors because it's more precise. So I'll go ahead and just do this quick little run right here. Just line it up and cut it. That's all there is to it. And the utility knife I use to fine tune and deburr some of these rough edges here, so you can just push this down and clean that up. And that's it. I'm just gonna show you really quick how to get rid of the pen marks. Use some alcohol. So you see all these pen marks right here? All you do is just wipe it off and it comes right off. See? No more pen marks. So here's a tile I made a mistake on, and I didn't like the way I mounted it, so I had to cut out through the center part and then use a flathead screwdriver to pop off tile from the ceiling there. You can see it's, once it's on there, it is on there. First time playing with this decorative ceiling tile, and I'm really happy with the way it came out. So let me zoom back here so you can get a good look at it. And this is the exhaust vent. And then I'll turn around to the front part. This is the HVAC vent right here. So yeah, it came out nice. Better than the popcorn ceiling. So the last thing I'm gonna do for this project is use some white caulking for crown molding and put it in between the seams. It's kind of hard to see it, but there's little spaces in between each of the tiles. But that's pretty much it. Looks really nice. I was able to get into every corner nice and tight. But that's gonna be it for today's video. If you have any questions for me, leave them down in the comment section below. But please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And as always, thank you all for watching.